Hey everybody, Max Monster, back from Marvel Heroes, back with the Omega system, and starting with video 2, going with molecular adjustment here. So going into this is a nice short sweet one, so we'll probably do 2 Omega powers on this one. Still sick, it's been a month. I bet you're glad I didn't wait to do those videos. Part of the reason why I'm home all the time. I get sick, I stay sick. It's just the way it is. So we got Pym's Hybrid Particles. When you use a melee power, grow and gain 1% damage to melee powers and 60 defense for 3 seconds. When you use a ranged power, shrink and gain 30 dodge rating for 3 seconds. That's 60 points. That's going to make Hybrid people really confused. Boink, 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 boink. Wonder what it's going to do to the game. Pym's Shrinking Particles. Plus 6 dodge rating, minor size decrease, plus 1 speed. 300 points. Wow, that's expensive. Pym's Growth Particles. 60 health, 1 strength, minor size increase. That's expensive too. Terrigen Crystals. 1% chance when you hit with a power to randomly gain plus 1 speed, strength, energy, or durability for 10 seconds. 10-second cooldown. That's interesting, I guess. 40 points. Isogenesis. Plus 24 spirit regeneration every minute, plus 120 health regeneration every minute, plus 1% rare item find. And that's so interesting. Exogenesis. Gain 2 health when you hit an enemy with an energy power, plus 1% damage on energy attacks, plus 12 energy defense. That's good for energy people, Silver Surfer. Zerogenesis. 2% chance when you hit to lose 2% of your maximum health and enter a state of Zerogen Frenzy, gaining 2% attack speed, 2% move speed, and 2% bonus damage for 10 seconds on a 10-second cooldown. Plus 60 Brutal Strike damage, plus 30 Brutal Strike rating. That's kind of interesting. Amphogenesis. 1% damage with basic powers, 1 intellect, 1% extra damage dealt by summoned allies. Hello. And Antigenesis. Plus 6 mental defense, scales with level. That's interesting. I don't know what that exactly means. Plus 1 energy. Hello. And 0.1% chance to deflect projectiles. So yeah, that's great. And that's molecular adjustment, hence why we're going to go over to neural enhancement. And this tree's not so big either, so that's going to be perfect. And I think we'll start with neurobotics. Plus 24 damage rating on physical attacks, plus 24 damage rating on mental attacks. That's pretty good. I know a hero who will like that. We got Trigger Scent, minus 1% dodge chance, plus 1 attack speed, plus 1% move speed, 1% chance to trigger, and gain 60 Brutal Strike and 120 Brutal Strike damage rating for 20 seconds. Implanted Satellite Interface. When you use a movement power, gain a satellite feed for 10 seconds, getting minimap radar, 1% move speed, and 1% damage bonus. I like that one. 1% damage bonus. I don't like that one so much. I mean, who cares about the dodge chance, but Brutal Strike damage, who cares about that so much? I guess if you're heavy on crit, you don't need crit so much, you need Brutal Strike. You can if you got a heavy crit build, you can build yourself up with some Brutal and really build your damage potential up that way. While you're below 50% health, gain 60 defense. That's a joke. I'm going to assume that 100 points for that? That's horrible. But that's probably because it leads into photographic reflexes, which is basically a Taskmaster medal on steroids, or a steroid form of Taskmaster's medal. As you can see, you gain everything that you get on Taskmaster's medal. Pretty much a lot of a little bit. Cochlear implants. Plus 6 dodge rating, 1% chance to deflect projectiles. Not that great. Assassin programming. 5% chance when you hit an enemy who is less than half their life remaining to assassinate them for 3,088 damage. I don't know about you, but I don't even think Psylocke would call that an assassinate. I don't even think they'd call that anything. 3,000 damage is an assassinate? Yeah. That's terrible. Psylocke, by the way. Guilt Suppression Research. Gain 1 spirit when you defeat an enemy, plus 60 brutal strike rating, minus 1 spirit. For 40 points, and it's got a negative on it? Come on. Combat Rorschach Training. 1% chance when you hit to render an enemy vulnerable, causing them to take 1% more damage for 5 seconds, and plus 1% damage against targets with the vulnerable status. So basically, I like this because it's for a lot of characters who can do a vulnerable, it's 1% damage all the time, and when it procs, you get an extra % damage for 50 points. That's better than a lot of these other ones. Retinal Targeting Chip. Plus 1% damage with area powers, minus 1% radius for area powers. So if you're looking for smaller radius and bigger hits, this is for you. Not sure how hard you should go with that, but you know, bosses is great, trash is going to be terrible. Neural Recovery. Gain 1 spirit when you use a shield medkit. Wonder how hard you can go into that. It looks like you can go pretty good in there. I only have a couple points. Tactical Neural Implant. Plus 30 crit rating for melee powers, plus 30 critical damage rating. Amadeus Cho. Plus 1% crit chance, plus 1 intellect, minus 5 brutal strike rating. Cerebro. Plus 60 damage rating on mental attacks, minus 180 defense. That's not bad at all. Limitless, plus or minus 1 fighting, that's terrible. 5% chance when you hit to drop an NZT buff. When you pick up an NZT buff, you gain 2 speed, fighting, and intellect for 20 seconds. Oh, it's minus 1 fighting, intellect, and speed for a 5% chance to get plus 1 speed, or plus 2 speed, fighting, and intellect. That's horrible. Unless that starts scaling, but man, at 175 points, minus 2 for plus 4, that's what you're looking to do. I guess you need a lot of points to get that to pay off. Multiple Personality Indexing. There's a lot of multiple personality things in this game. 5% chance when you hit to gain a random buff for 10 seconds. 1% physical damage rating, 1% energy damage rating, 1% melee damage rating, 1% range damage rating, 1% mental damage rating. 5-second cooldown, 2 may be active at once. That's not terrible. 30 points. 50% damage with damage over time powers, minus 50% power duration. I wonder if that shortens the actual time of the damage over time power. But that's 1,000 points. Holy cow. And that's Neural Enhancement. So let's see what the next one is. Next one's kind of big, so I'll end this here and we'll go into Arcane Attachment. It's actually not that big, but it's not that small either. So, hope it helps. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll be right back.